The Fortnite domestic violence incident. Let's have a look. Good morning everyone and welcome to this episode of Heiser Says. I'd like to talk about an unpleasant incident that happened when a gamer was live streaming Fortnite, Mr. Deathmoth, and he committed an act of domestic violence on the stream. Now, from everything I've looked at, from all the studies I've experienced and read about, IPV, domestic violence, intimate partner violence, is majority of the time bilateral. It means it's brought on by both partners. It's not a gendered issue, although all of the support services, all of the media, everything treats it like a gendered issue. So I've had a look at the footage in question, and I've read some of the articles and found some other examples of retaliatory violence against him from her that kind of makes me think these are just two pretty screwed up people. And before I go into any of this, I think there's one really good thing that we can all take from this. It is the fact that you have people watching the stream, and I think there's only one or two watching at the time, judging by the number of eyeballs on the screen, that proceeded to step out of their comfort zone and try and get help to this person. Regardless of what happens, regardless of the fact that they're both idiots, that they're not just not participating, they're not saying, oh, someone else will deal with it. Because that is a big psychological thing, where people see an accident or an event and just go by and the person will die. So, you know, you'd be surprised when you hear someone fighting up the street or something like that, that a simple phone call to the police could save a life. And the fact that gamers, people watching these games recreationally, Fortnite gamers of all things, actually went and took the initiative to take that action, I think that is a good thing that we can take from this entire incident. But let's read this article from ABC News, because I feel like they've represented it better than some of the others. So, Fortnite gamer Mr. Deathmoth charged after alleged domestic violence assault captured on live stream. Well, you're right, it is alleged because you can't actually see the violence. You only hear what his partner is reacting to what he apparently did, although you see things getting thrown at him. A man playing a video game, Fortnite, has been charged with assaulting his partner after the alleged incident was watched by other gamers during a live stream, I think by one gamer. New South Wales police attended a home at Oran Park in Sydney's southwest around 11:30 p.m. Sunday night after a witness reported the alleged assault of a 21-year-old woman. They charged a 26-year-old man with common assault and served him with an apprehended violence order. A video of the incident was streamed from the account of Mr. Deadmoth and shared online Sunday night. In it, a woman off camera asked him to leave the computer because he's missing dinner. "I'll be out soon," he replied. A cardboard box and other items appear to be thrown at him from across the camera. "Can you not?" the man says. The man leaves his desk before a slapping noise is heard off camera and a woman is heard crying. "You're a effing woman basher," she sobs, before her voice addresses those watching the live stream. "You hear that, all you people there? He just hit me in the face." Now, think about this when you see the other side. You think that it may be possible this was intentionally done while he was streaming to get evidence. You think that? Because that would make sense. Now, if all of you are saying, oh no, women are all innocent victims, you don't know women. You know, you're a white knight incel probably who's never had a girlfriend or never been screwed over or never dealt with business. Women are humans. You know, they're exactly the same as us. And they can be quite manipulative too. So that is something that seems very convenient. The man then tried to continue the playing game, but she demanded that he stop. Because if she really wanted him to stop, what's the one thing you would do to stop someone playing the game? Pull out the power plug. Boom. Disconnect the modem. Switch the power off at the junction box. Those are things my father did to me when I was a young teenager playing too much. Or he would turn off the hot water at the hot water system when I was having a shower too long. But that's another story. The man then tried to continue playing. Yep, F off, you dog, and you don't pay the effing bills, he said, before disappearing off camera again. A thudding noise can be heard before a woman is heard loudly wailing. Get away, stop touching my effing shit, he yells. Get out of my effing life. While he is sitting down, it sounds as though something is thrown at him and he rushes off camera again. Shortly afterwards, a woman is heard screaming again and a child is heard shouting in the background. Police say 2 girls, aged 3 and 20 months, were at home at the time. They said the woman was not seriously injured, but was distressed and shaken by the incident. The man has been granted conditional bail and will appear at Camden Local Court on Tuesday. Now, my understanding is he's also been suspended from his job. And he was playing this game for up to 8 hours a day because the mother of the lady in question went on the news and was talking about how it's a good thing that the streamers reported it, which honestly I agree with. You know, regardless of the situation, if you see people committing violence like this, it needs to be addressed. But it's never as clear as we think. So this is a table that I've shown many, many times, which shows there's very statistically insignificant difference between the perpetrators of assault. You know, maybe 1 or 2%. Here's a bigger one in 99. But you can see that I could argue, based on this, that it is bilateral. It is not usually one-sided. If you are playing games for 8 hours a day when you get home to avoid your partner or your family, something is wrong. It's not healthy. Now, let's have a look at something that he posted. And, I'm going to rub out this because this is what he called it. This is just disgusting. So it's not theft, you dopey C word. I can't use beeps on my thing. I haven't got that set up, but I'm trying to not get pinged by YouTube. So it's not theft, you dopey. Close your mouth before I go to the police and get rid of you from mine and the children's lives. Okay? So that is a common thread in a threat with regard to these type of situations. Also, online rental bonds, I don't know what he's talking about here. Return to account used to pay, and we paid online bond. Why start on me, you a-hole? Go and drop dead for all I care anymore. You're nothing but a little immature piece of who can't grow up. Shut up before I get rid of you from my children's life. So she said it again. You don't deserve them anyway, and if you keep going on me, I'll effing leave with them. So this was provided online, as well as a series of images from him. Now he's, you can see there's bruising here. He's a lanky guy. He can't even grow chest hair. I mean, come on, he's still a kid. He's still a kid, and she's pregnant with his child, apparently. So you can see here that they're both bastards. She's threatening to take away his children, all these things. He's retreating into his video games. And it is by no means as clear-cut as the media is portraying. So I'm glad the ABC has portrayed it with at least that some violence occurred against him. But, I've been brought up in quite a normal childhood, quite stable. My relationship with my wife has been very normal, except that we're both architects working together, and that's fun. So let's have a look at the footage here. Now I'm gonna play this, but I'll give you a warning. Okay, I'll give a trigger warning if you have experienced any domestic violence or any issues in your childhood. I would strongly suggest you may find this video disturbing. It may be worth going and watching something else. Okay, so let's watch this now.
Okay, come in here. Yes, I'll be. Yes. Okay, I'll be out soon. Just wait. Jesus Christ, I'll be out. Yes, I'll be out soon. Stop. I'll be out. No, I'll be out soon. Grace, stop. I'm serious. Bonnie just fell over. Stop, please. I'll be out soon. Grace, just stop. Okay, please. I'll be out soon. I'm gonna start typing. I'll be out soon. I will be out soon. Grace, I'll be out soon. Fuck off. Honestly, I'll be out soon. Stop. I'll start throwing shit back at you. See how you...
So, there's an example where she's assaulting him, throwing stuff at him. I mean, in some ways, the whole situation that we're getting a glimpse into their personal life exposed, And it shows you just how sad it actually is to be living in this situation. For both of them.
You like it? I'll be out soon. I will... Can you not? I said I'll be out soon. Stop.
No
Stop.
computer. I'm
Stop.
sick of this shit.
Stop, please. I'll be out soon. Just stop. All I asked was for some time by myself.
If she wanted no computer, she should have unplugged it, but, you know, we don't know what's going on here. So you can see that this is not a one-sided incident. And it statistically, it really is. But all of the services are provided for women. Very few are provided for men. And, you know, I think we can be happy that people wanted to intervene into this and to not let it go. I think that as a culture, intimate partner violence isn't acceptable, but it is not one-sided. We need to reiterate that. We need to reiterate that, because if we keep going down this path where it's just all the women, the women, the women, you're going to get rise up of a culture which kind of, you know, believes that it's appropriate to commit these acts against women, and maybe has, let's see, a woman, their witness is worth less of a man. I wonder where that is and where it's growing. So, guys, please like, share this video. It's just horrendous to see these type of things, and the video goes on for a full, you know, another 3 minutes, and it's the same type of thing, a bit of back and forth, back and forth. I really find it a bit disturbing. The only good thing I can take from it is that people wanted to intervene to try and address this, and you never know when that can save a life. So guys, thank you all for joining me for this episode. It's a rather unpleasant thing to discuss, but it's something that we need to talk about. It's a men's rights issue as much as anything, and we need to fight for an appreciation that IPV is bilateral. It is not a one-sided thing. Take care, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.